Namaste, Dr. Narayan.
Namaste ji.
I'm going to mute everyone. Dr. Narayan, you can unmute yourself.
Sure.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga or Palliative Yoga. This type of palliative yoga can have therapeutic effect, but is primarily a preventive medicine. It is designed for stress reduction. We do it using physical asanas with breathing, mantras, and other meditative practices. It is designed to increase the energy of communication in body systems. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular discipline practice is key, so if you miss a day, please use the video recording. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it is not a religious practice either. So people with any religious background can do it. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. But keep your spine straight at all times. If you need, support your back. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. Slower is better, and visualize the part of body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain and should be done within one's individual capacity. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately. Avoid the practice and seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, this is not the forum to ask. You can send an email to the email address provided in the reminder email. But remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
As usual, we'll begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. I don't see anybody new today. So we begin with chakra vibration. We focus at the perineum. And with the mudra, little finger pressing against the thumb, we do Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Lam. Last time. Lam. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, this behind where we urinate, focusing there and gently trying to contract there. We do the mantra Vam. There we press the ring finger against the thumb as the mudra. So as we hold that, take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Vam. Now we bring our awareness behind the navel, and as we draw in at the navel, we do the sound Ram, and we hold the mudra, the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Ram. Ram. Last time. Ram. Now bring the awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body. And here we do the sound Yam. And when we do the sound Yam, we keep the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. 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 Yum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Yum. 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 Last time. Yum. Bring our awareness to the throat, and in the throat, we use the mudra thumbs up and we do the sound hum. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Hum. That's good enough. Now in the middle of the head, we will do the sound chum. And here again, we do the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Chum. Chum. Release the mudra and do one more time. Chum. Done. Now on the top of the head, we focus and we do the sound Om. And again, we do the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Om. Om. Let go of the mudra and we continue. Now we can go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. So those of you who know how to do it, please proceed. And those of you who are new to it, close your eyes and observe your throat and keep your attention in the throat all the time. Now now make a big happy face, a big smile, and observe what change you observe in the throat. You'll find the throat slightly stretches. Keep your focus on the slightly stretched throat and inhale and exhale, feeling the air rub along that stretch as you inhale as well as when you exhale. When you inhale, it'll feel like a slight sucking kind of sensation. and exhale similar, but you are only interested in feeling the air rub along over there. Continue. You should breathe slowly. However, it is your length of the breath is not important. People who have shallow breath, especially elder people with COPD, they will not be able to do long breath. But as long as you don't have the problem, you can do slightly longer breath. I can show how long with the way I do it. As I inhale, I will lift up my hand, and as I exhale, I will bring it down. Continue. Now let's go on to the respiratory mantra. We visualize a line from inside the sternum going up through the top of the head and outside the head. And along that thread, we visualize a vibration, Haim Em So it goes Haim Em Haim Em Haim Em The three syllables are Haim, Im, and Haim, Im, and We don't verbalize this. This is done mentally, and there is no correlation with the breath. So the breath can be as it is. We don't even focus on it. You just feel Haim Imam, Haim Imam, Haim Imam going. Close your eyes and you can do it. Yes. Surinderji, you're doing great. Continue with that time. Yes. Okay, so now we can go on to our spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck. So Manuja, do you want me to lead or do you want to lead?
Sure, I can lead.
Then you can go all the way to the end to the Bhastrika.
Yes, okay. Just in case my Zoom logs me out of it.
I will take care of it. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently tilt your head to one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go to the other shoulder, tilting your head. Inhale, come back, and continue.
Remember the rules of yoga, never overstretch. Very mild, gentle stretch, slow movement, and slow breath.
Relax, inhale, and as you exhale, turn your head as though looking over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. Inhale, come back, and please continue. Relax. Now, as you inhale, toss your head back. As you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest and continue. As you bring your chin towards your chest, now gently rotate your neck, inhaling for half a circle and exhaling for the other half. And continue. We will now go the other way. Inhale for half a circle and exhale for the other half. And relax. Now, as you inhale, lift one shoulder up, and as you exhale, push it back, bringing it down. Inhale, lift the other shoulder up, and exhale, push it back, rotate it, bringing it down. And continue. And relax. Now we bring our hands in front. As you inhale, open up your fingers and lift your palm. And as you exhale, thumbs in and fist down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax now. Make rotations, wrist rotations. Inhale for half a circle and exhale for the other. We'll go the opposite direction. And relax. Bring your elbows aligned to your shoulders. As you inhale, rotate around your wrists, open up your palms and fingers, and exhale. Inhale. We'll go the other way. Inhale and exhale. And relax. Now interlock your fingers and place it behind your head. As you exhale, twist to one direction, keeping your head and neck straight and keeping the elbows in a straight line. Inhale, come back, and exhale, twist to the other side and continue. And relax. Now we will rotate both the shoulders. So as you inhale, lift both shoulders up. And as you exhale, push them back and bring it down, rotating them. Inhale and exhale and continue. and relax. Now we will do sideways twisting. So for this, you could keep your hands in front, and as you exhale, twist to one side. One hand goes at the back and the other hand catches the opposite shoulder. And as you inhale, you come back. Alternately, you can also catch hold of your opposite knee and exhale, twist, and inhale, come back. So whichever is comfortable. And relax. So now place your palms facing downwards on your back, right on your hips. And as you inhale, go back. You will slightly lean towards one side, that's okay. And as you exhale, come forward. As you inhale, go back. And exhale, come forward and continue. Inhale when you go back and exhale when you come back. And relax. So we'll go to the next exercise. So for this, cross one leg over the other and interlock your fingers and place it on the knee. As you exhale, pull the knee towards yourself and twist your head to the same direction as the leg that you're holding. So if you're holding your left leg up, you twist to the left side. As you inhale, you come back. So exhale, pull up your knee and twist. Inhale, come back and continue. We go to the other leg. So cross your other leg over. Exhale, pull up the knee and twist. Inhale, relax, and continue. And
Now
relax.
you can go straight to Bhastrika because we don't have time for the leg exercise. Or
Okay.
else you can do it 5 times each leg.
Oh, okay. So we will do
Your,
cycling. Sorry. Let's
your
do
choice.
cycling. So stretch your legs if you're seated on the floor. Inhale, lift one leg up. Exhale, stretch out and bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Now let's do the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. We'll do Bhastrika. So for this, either you can keep the palm on your abdomen, one way to do it. And as you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out, the chest and shoulder expand. And as you exhale, feel the chest, shoulder, and abdominal area contract. The other way is you can keep fists closed and elbows aligned to shoulder. As you inhale, gently lift up the elbows, open up your palm, and feel the chest and shoulder go behind. And as you exhale, immediately close your fist and bring it down as the abdomen, shoulder, and chest contract. And the exhalation will be a little longer than inhalation. So let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. 21. Exhale. 22. Exhale. 23. Exhale. 24. Exhale. 25. And exhale. Relax. Keep your eyes closed and observe any sensations in your head.
Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing, and let go. If you have a mantra, you can do it personal mantra. Otherwise, you can just watch your breath and listen to Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as a thought, raise your hand and bring it in front of your eyes, 6 inches in front of your eyes, and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, our session is ended. Thank you, Manuja. That was excellent. So now we have some new people today. We had a very, what will I say, a legend of a man who joined us and he left just a little while back. If you had seen over there, there was somebody by the name of Ved Nanda who had joined us. He's a big legend. He's the only person after whom there is a building named after. There is in Denver, there is the School of Law. Nanda School of International Law is named after him. He has written the constitution for several of the countries that broke from a former Yugoslavia and Czechoslovakia. So he wrote the constitution for those countries. He's considered a international, constitution lawyer, recognized all over the world. He used to be the teacher for many of the politicians, you see in Congress over there. And so many of them funded in his name. And they created a building and a school called Nanda School of International Law in University of Denver. So he's an old friend of ours. Anyway, so it was very nice to see him.
One more thing you didn't tell about his Padma Bhushan.
Yes. So he has Padma Bhushan from India too. So anyway, very honored to have him today. And then we have some new people over here. I saw a name, Jaya Vishweshwaran. Maybe she left soon. Is there anybody else? There is another Meena over here. Would any of you like to introduce yourself? Please just raise your, unmute yourself and speak up. Okay, so then in that case, any questions, comments?
I have a question.
Is there?
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll go one at a time. Snigdha Sharma, go ahead.
So when we're doing breathing exercise and all, I'm kind of short, so sometimes my legs don't touch the floor. Is it important that the feet touch the floor? No?
No.
Okay.
So Sundar, you were going to say something?
I was wondering, Dr. Nanan, if there is anything I could do to avoid snoring.
Oh yeah, actually what it is you see, the best way to deal with it is we have to test why it is you're snoring, okay? And there is a way to test it. You know, the instrument which we have will tell us what is the source of the snoring. And if but we can go with one thing, which is a little, which is really the bulk of the people who have snoring. It is related to the muscles in this area. They call it as the pharyngeal muscles. Those muscles start they vibrate a little because their nerve senses are a little loose. The Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing, if you do it every day for 1 week, for 15 minutes before you go to sleep, okay? And after about 1 week, ask your wife how you're doing. And that'll be the best indicator whether it's working or not.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Okay,
Nanan.
so before sleeping, do the 15 minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So any other questions? Any thoughts?
Doctor,
Yes.
yesterday I happened to go visit the site, that Seva International, and I happened to watch your video, Doctor. It was superb. on Swadharma.
Yes,
It was super. It was so very nice.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
So who else saw that Seva, this thing? Okay, so there's some, 4 or 5 of you, yes, have seen, yes.
Can you send me the link, Dr. Narayan?
Sure, I'll put it on the chat right here today, right now. Actually, if any of you are interested, I can give you a nutshell of it in 5 minutes here too.
Why not?
Please,
Please do.
please, go ahead. I'd love to.
Yes. Actually, because we have this tool over here, it is very easy for me to present the PowerPoint presentation I did over there. Only thing is I will do it very, very fast. So here we go. So okay, there is the link. You have it in the chat box. So please copy and paste it for yourself. And what I will do in addition is, I'll show you the quick presentation of what we did for Seva in one moment.
Narayan, it was anyway 25 minutes or so, and we have that much time.
Oh,
So-
I will finish in 10 minutes. It's all a question of how quickly you want to do, right? And where you want to emphasize. Anything, once you know the subject, you can cover in 2 words, 5 minutes, 50 minutes, it doesn't matter, depending upon how much time people have. So here it comes. Okay, this was the presentation we did. It was called Mastery of Gentle Yoga Practices. No, this is not what we did. Why did I pick this up? Okay. This was something else. Yeah, this was the one. Okay. So here you can see role of Swadharma for a healthy body, mind, and spirit. So we spoke about Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha, that is essentially Dharma is the cosmic law. By us being consistent with the cosmic law protects us. So to understand the nature of creation, when we go through the Yoga Sutra, you see these numbers here, 4.4, 4.23. These are all the sutras from the Yoga Sutra, 4th chapter, 4th sutra, right? So essentially, the Yoga Sutra says the creation occurs starting from God. Purusha, Ishvara, and Prabhu are the 3 names used for God in the Yoga Sutras. The first creation is the Prakriti. That Prakriti is the energy, which is the first program, and that program multiplies as many, and it's all connected to the source, and that's what the whole of existence is, a distributed computing system. And we have to be consistent with the flow so that the cosmic plan is not disturbed. That is the concept of us being consistent with the Dharma. Now, what happens is in the role of the mind, we have the idea of what is good and bad, attractions, aversions, and the yoga goes into explaining that first time when creation took place, each person was assigned 5 program elements. The concepts of like and dislike, the role of the mind, the concept of me as the experiencer and me as the duo, and the other program is lack of understanding about the nature of existence, which is called avidya. This is what makes us reactive. And a reaction to the kleshas creates new programs called karmas. By just being an observer of things that happen, our likes and dislikes creates unfulfilled desires. They create reactions to situation, and it takes away from our cosmic role. And just like once you start thinking with the mind, like Arjuna in the Mahabharata war thought it's a bad idea to kill his relatives, Krishna told him, no, that's your cosmic role. So deviation from cosmic role, irrespective of what we think of moral terms, but once we use the mind, we get into all of that. Once we connect with our inner spirit, it guides us better. So now anytime we violate what we are supposed to be in, then that is called prajna parada. Prajna means our inner connected cosmic knowledge, or what you can say, our conscience. So when we violate our conscience, it's called prajna parada, and Ayurveda, that is what is considered the source of all illness. So in our tradition, we are all supposed to do daily meditative practices, deep relaxation practices. This helps us to connect with our inner conscience, which is our yama, and it will guide you. And the niyama is being regular in habits, which helps you. And once we are born in a body, we are there for worldly activities. That's the artha element. And then, of course, the kama or the desire element is to know who am I. And then that leads to moksha. I know many people have written kama means lust and things like that. And Shankara Bhagavatpada and I have completely, the place where we completely disagree is, in his view, he looks upon dharma and moksha as desirable and artha and kama as undesirable. We don't agree that way. We think all four of them have their own place. So that is how the idea of dharma rakshati rakshitaha comes in. And measurement and adherence to the swadharma and how it impacts health is, in the Ayurvedic system, when we measure with the 3 fingers, then in which case we measure lightly, we measure your how you are now, which is called Vikriti. But if we press tight, it is called Prakriti. When the Prakriti and the Vikriti are different, then we know we have deviated from the way we were born. And that is because of prajna aparadha. So there could be some kinds of problems that can come. The problems are usually when we measure at the subtle body level, the electromagnetic vibrations level. This, of course, we also measure with our machine, which gives us with a high degree of precision where the problem is, which system is impacted. Like, for example, for people who have snoring related problem, we'll invariably see it in this one, the throat larynx trachea. Now, what happens is, if we also see at the same time the nervous system, the peripheral nervous system is weak, then it indicates for us that pharyngeal muscles and the pharyngeal nerves is the source of the problem. But on the other hand, if we see that the immune system is weak, then it's a different matter. Then in which case you will need to do Bhasrika Pranayama. And so by looking at various things, we'll figure out what it is by looking at that. Now, of course, alignment with Swadharma and correction of ill health, how does it happen? Within our regular practice, what we do is we try to pacify any imbalance. And there are 2 types of stresses that are caused for normal living people. One is the mild stress that happens by overworking. And the other part is when you are walking away from your Swadharma. And so you go in an opposite direction, which means you have deep-rooted stress related to, some kind of, you're upset with people, or whether you're doing something which you shouldn't be doing, all of those. So this is what we address with our chakra vibrations. Whereas on the other hand, the mild stress we take care of with asana and pranayama. And this is what we do in our daily practice, which you have seen, and you know how we run with our program. And here, some of the, how people have told us how they have felt. We see all of that. And now, of course, tomorrow I'm ordering for various places, all these places now. Tomorrow we will have this machine also. Right now we have only in some places. And this is our published paper. It's a scientific paper that has been published. And of course, we are the only organization which is accredited to give continuing medical education. In yoga, of course, we are the only organization. We offer measured yoga therapy, research in yoga therapy, continuing medical education, free community yoga classes like this one. And then we also conduct some training classes for people who want to inquire deeper into the spiritual aspects of yoga. And we also do workplace mind-body fitness program. At this present time, we do it for only one company in Houston. And our uniqueness is in the measured yoga therapy and the use of mantras, and accredited for continuing medical education. No other yoga institution does this. And this is our definition of yoga. Yoga is the optimization of communication within the 70 trillion cells of a person and with the cosmic existence that allows for existence to flow as per cosmic plan. In a person, it gives optimal health. Outside the person, being a connected creation, it governs everything from nature to society. And hence, yoga is the state and process of keeping the wireless modem of our human computing system connected with the universal computing server and being in sync with the cosmic plan. All of us have a little wireless modem. That is how your intuition, when you're connected, and when you go to sleep, sleep brings you on a daily basis your download of antivirus and program updates. That's how the immunity strength in your body is taken care. So message for everyone is be a yogi and in good health, and Swadharma unfolds. So curing incurable stories in public domain. So this is what this is all about. So you see, that whole presentation took me only 7 minutes.
Dr. Rajan, can I ask you a question? This is
Yes.
Nivedita.
Yes.
I may have missed a point here, or I'm a learner, you can say. What would you say a Swadharma is? Is it just following the purpose, or is it doing what you think is the best in that moment?
If you have to think, I have to ask, do you think with your mind or do you think with your conscience?
I think conscious.
As long as you're in sync with your conscience, your Swadharma guides you. If you
Okay.
bring the mind in, the mind gets into logical thinking, and too much logical thinking is not something that guides well. You see,
Okay.
the standard example for you to think about is Arjuna going to battle. And it is logical to say it is madness to go and kill people.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So logically, Arjuna is completely right. You know, they shouldn't be in the business of that. Better to walk away. But on the other hand, the concept of being in sync with creation, with the purpose of creation, that is entirely different from thinking about what is logically correct. You see, this business of morality and this is right, that is wrong. But you need a little bit first in order to be organized, to be in an organized society. But on the other hand, if you find people who are being true to their conscience and going in a different direction, I don't think we should be the people trying to judge that or think that is wrong, right?
Yeah. Non-judgmental.
Yes. You see, we have to be very careful. This kind of a talk is good for people who are of maturity. For people who don't have maturity, this can become the license to do any stupid thing.
Yeah.
Which is what we want people to do. Okay?
True, true. I totally agree with you.
Yes.
So Narayanji, this is Shobit speaking.
Yes.
Is it then okay to say that you cannot know your Swadharma unless you're really connected, but then everyone feels like they're connected?
No. The thing is, you see, knowing your Swadharma is very easy actually. The cosmic flow has a way of coming and presenting the cosmic plan right to you in front of you. It is your mind that chooses to ignore it or walk away from. Okay. And so if you are a person who is open to whatever comes to you, your Swadharma will automatically get fulfilled. It's so easy. You know, wherever you're meant to go, the doors will open. They will call you. And wherever you're not meant to go, the doors keep shutting.
Yeah, but there is this tendency to, like, if you see a door that is closed, you always try to open it, right? So that's kind of part of life in like career
See,
or otherwise.
what happens is that is because in your mind you think that is something that is desirable. Okay. And what you do is, without thinking whether you can use peaceful, what we call niyama approach of having regulated living, waking up at a certain time, sleeping at a certain time, and having a regulated hours of doing various things. Within that hours, if it is possible to go and knock on the door, please do. But on the other hand, what do people typically do? Because they think they have a liking for something, they push themselves and they say, oh, today my yoga session is not important. I have to go and get that done. And so basically you will compromise your meditation and you won't respect the time you need to take for your inner connectivity. And instead you extend yourself to do something because your mind thinks that's a door you should knock on.
Yes.
If the cosmic flow wanted you to knock on the door, it'll find the time for you. And if you find you're pushing yourself, perhaps that's the wrong door to knock.
Thank you, Nayanji. That answers my question.
Okay.
So, Dr. Rajan Suresh here. I don't know whether we have enough time, but does that mean that when a baby is born, that it's pure, that it's really connected to the cosmos because it's doing everything we are conscious, and then as we grow old, the mind takes over and the gross matter kind of polluting us and taking away and away? Or
no,
actually perfect yogi then?
Yeah, this is a little deeper than that. I will explain the process to you. What happens is the real life form that becomes the conscience and the full connectivity, it's there all the time, but the full effect of the programs and things only emerge after puberty. So what happens is,
okay,
yes, and that is why, the aspect about the mind being truly active happens only after puberty. Before that, the nature of the being is undergoing a lot of change. When a child is born, we talk about the 7 chakras. If you have the ability to sense it, and some of you may have the ability to sense it, you can feel, if you bring your hand around like this, and if you can feel the vibration in your hand, typically immediately after our yoga exercise, if you do this, you'll feel like there is a ball in your hand of vibrations. If you take that vibrations and you feel it over a child, feel it over anybody else as an adult, you'll find the vibrations in each chakra. Okay. Whereas on the other hand, if you go to a baby, a born baby that's a couple of days old, and you look, you'll find only 1 chakra right in the middle over here. Okay. And then what will happen is you go and check after 1 month, you'll feel like there are 3 chakras over there. And it's only after about a few years, after 2 years or so, the 7 chakras begin to come, but they have not yet taken their place. Slowly they expand and they take their place somewhere between the age of like 4 to 6 years old. Okay. And then what happens is, once the chakras take their place, chakras are the one that are connecting into the Nadi system. So the full, then once the Nadi system is formed, somewhere between the age of 5 to 7, only from there on, the programs start filling in. And therefore, what happens is, now, you see, the kind of yoga that we are doing is quite okay for anyone. Children or anyone old makes no difference. Whereas for as for children who have not attained puberty, the conventional Hatha Yoga practices, where they do forced asanas and things like that, those are not allowed for children. And yet these days, one very important person who was very good at Hatha Yoga things, but was not that spiritually evolved, but he became a popular man around the world, and he brought this concept of children's yoga. In traditional Hatha Yoga, children's Hatha Yoga is never allowed, because what happens is, before puberty, if they do the heavy-duty Hatha Yoga exercises, it can result in compromising the programs that are settling into the nadis. So what will happen is, and people won't even realize it, children can start developing eyesight problem, they can develop digestive problems and things, and they will never diagnose it as related to all those practices. And this is why when you do with children's yoga, we say, children should never be forced to do any yoga. Don't correct them. Let them enjoy themselves. Tell them, do whatever you feel like. And so the question about this conscience element is, if you look at very small children, particularly below the age of 5 or so, 5, 6 years old, they'll just speak whatever they feel from within. It's not mental analysis.
All right.
They're also connected, and that is the process that enables everything to grow. But their full being doesn't come till puberty.
As an adult, if I try to emulate that, is that a good thing? Like be childlike and not have filters and just do what you want, like?
Yes, actually, but if you look at some of us, we can become like that. There is no problem. But the only thing is, we have to be also very careful when we work in society. The key part is, you see, if we are without discretion, a child can go and say things, that and the child can get away with, but an adult may not be able to do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dr. Narayan, one thing I really like the analogy you put together on the, like a hardware software that helps to really relate. The one question around that is the sleep. Is there a recommended for varies by the age that because that builds the immunity, and it's also how do you look at it?
See, what happens is, what is your download capability is what matters. It is download capability and your need. Okay, if you have a huge download, if you're broadband and you can download the very fast, you don't need as much amount of sleep, deep sleep. But on the other hand, it's also a function of how much you need. The key part is, you see, if you're a person who has too much of changing dynamics in you and you need more adaptation and correction, the total quantity you need to download will also be higher, right? So what will happen, you'll find, is typically as people become older, two things happen. Their program load within an adaptability becomes less, so they do tend to sleep less. But then if they become weak in their old age, they will tend to sleep more, because to take care of the weakness. Okay, so it varies by each individual, and there are no set number of hours. The only good signal is, don't push yourself to wake up, don't use an alarm clock, and don't use a mental alarm saying before you're going to go to sleep, saying I have to wake up at this hour and go to sleep. No. And if you do that, then you will be in good health.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that, we have 1 more minute to go, and I have a thought for you. The interesting part is this, some people have such a strong mind that they can put a mental alarm and they don't use a physical alarm, and still, they will be lacking in sleep over a period of time. Right? So that is why you shouldn't even have that mental alarm. Strong mind can be helpful, but also destructive. So with that, we will close for today. See you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.